Not everything we enjoy is good for us. Not everything we find enticing or interesting is always healthy. There have been so many killings in this country, and this year alone, so much death. I can't help but make the correlation between the violence that we enact and the violence that we consume through movies and podcasts, true crime narratives, television shows. And I've come to the conclusion that the mental health of this nation is not benefiting from the obsession of serial killers in pop culture. And it might be true that for the majority of people, they are undisturbed by this so-called killer content, which actually in itself is disturbing, because if you can watch someone be brutally murdered and not bat an eye, there might just be an issue there. But I think the argument can be made that for a select few, this content is detrimental to their mental health and even in some cases inspiring. What is stopping a psychopath from committing acts of violence if they believe that it will make them famous? I personally believe that when we glorify and popularize murder, we are also enticing violence. That same violence, like school shootings and kidnappings and senseless killings. But not only that, we've even romanticized these criminals, using elements of romance to characterize them. We have to be careful about the message we are trying to send. We also have to keep in mind the families of the victims forced to relive these tragedies every time something new comes out. It's almost like we've forgotten what Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy took from people. They took their futures, they took their dreams, they took their families, just to be idolized for it. I'm not saying true crime content is the reason for current crime in this country, but it's time to acknowledge that it might just be making things worse.